Malachi chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahawah, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. This is a tribute to Elder Abba Bivens, also known as Rabbi Abba Bivens. The Lord said he would send us Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Elijah the prophet is indeed Elder Abba Bivens. Okay? Now Elijah the prophet came twice. He came as John the Baptist 2,000 years ago, and he also came as Abba Bivens in our time. His coming would precede the coming of the Messiah both times. Okay? John was baptizing in the wilderness 2,000 years ago, preparing the way for Yahawashi to come. And Abba Bivens woke us up to this truth before the Lord is about to make his second coming in this time, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. Who are the fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Who are the children? Us. We are the children. We are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So in other words, he would teach us that we're Israelites. He would turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. He would make us remember who we are and remember our fathers. Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Right, so the Lord, he's about to do that in this time right now. He's about to destroy America in World War III. But this truth got taught first by way of Abba Bivens, okay? And our apostles, they honored Abba Bivens. They're the only elders that put up videos talking about Abba Bivens. You know, they're the only ones that did it first. Matthew chapter 11 verse 7. And as they departed, Yahawashi began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yeah, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Which is what John did. John the Baptist. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, or Elijah, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. So John the Baptist, that was Elijah coming back. But he also came again, okay? And he was the greatest prophet that ever lived. Now the 12 apostles, they were greater than John because they were the 12, all right? You know, except for Judas. He was a castaway. He got replaced with Matthias. But they were greater than John the Baptist. But at the same time, John the Baptist, he was the greatest prophet that ever lived. That's Elijah coming back. Okay? Now let me get that scripture the Lord had spoke of. All right? Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 3. Isaiah 40 and 3. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of Yahawah, make straight in the desert a highway for our power. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. And the glory of Yahawah shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of Yahawah hath spoken it. Right, so John the Baptist, he prepared the way for Yahawashi to come. Okay? And that's how we know every mountain and hill is about to be made low. These governments are about to go down, and we're about to be on top. The crooked places made straight, and the rough places plain. Israel knowing his knowledge. Okay? Us being on a straight path. Now, let's go to Matthew chapter 17 and verse 11. And YAHAWASHI, let me start at verse 10. Matthew 17 and 10. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And YAHAWASHI answered and said unto them, Elias, or Elijah, truly shall first come and restore all things. Now, John the Baptist, he didn't restore all things 2,000 years ago. We knew we were Israelites. He would restore all things in this time by way of BIVENS. Now, as of late, you brothers know what's going on, dealing with the controversy of the 12 tribes sign. Now you have this one man named Naphtali bin Naphtali. He claims to have known BIVENS, and he said that BIVENS made a 12 tribe sign. You know, he made some charts with the names of the 12 tribes on it. Okay? And he was talking to him. He was like, come on, Pops. You know that ain't right. Which I believe when he said Pops, he was talking about BIVENS, because you got this man named Nasi Barak, who also claimed to have known BIVENS. He would call him Pop Bivens. But let's say if BIVENS did make a 12 tribe chart, he may not have known which tribe was which, but he did know that Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are indeed the 12 tribes of Israel. Now I'm going to play some video clips, you know, of BIVENS saying that Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the Israelites. And I'm going to play what Naphtali bin Naphtali said about BIVENS. And I'm also going to play what Nasi Barak said about BIVENS. Because what separates BIVENS from the rest of those guys that were in the Commandment Keepers and the rest of those guys from the Tanakh school, what separated BIVENS from them is that BIVENS, he believed in YAHAWASHI. BIVENS believed in YAHAWASHI. He believed in the New Testament. When he would end his sermon, he would always end it with the Lord's Prayer. And this is based off of men that knew him. Those men giving testimony to that. He would always end his sermon with the Lord's Prayer. And also, the Lord gave him the Hebrew. And he passed that Hebrew on to High Priest Ariah. Okay? The Lashuan Quadash. And you have this man named Nasi Barak. He said that that Hebrew was called Deruk Abot, which is the ways of our fathers. Okay? But guess what? He would turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. He would teach us the ancient way. The scriptures say to remember the old paths. Prepare thyself for the search of their fathers. That started with BIVENS. Okay? An angel came to him and gave him the Hebrew. And High Priest Ariah, he took it further. And the Lord really gave High Priest Ariah the knowledge of the 12 tribe sign. Okay? So this is all beautiful that this information is coming out. All right? Because this is the truth. Okay? This is the truth. Now, there's more scriptures I can get, but you can read them on your own. When you read John chapter 1, verse 19 down to 27, John the Baptist, he knew that he was that prophet spoken of in Isaiah, but he didn't know that he was Elijah. John the Baptist didn't know that he was Elijah. Based off of Ecclesiastes 1 and 10 to 11, there is no remembrance. When you come back in the reincarnation, you don't remember who you are. But that was him. Just like in this time, BIVENS, he didn't know that he was Elijah and John the Baptist, but that was him. Okay? I'm going to close with one scripture. One more scripture. Matthew chapter 23. Matthew 23 and 39. But I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So we wouldn't see YAHAWASHI until we say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Which, who is that? Who does that represent? That's our BIVENS. We will see him first before YAHAWASHI will come back. So that's future prophecy. And YAHAWASHI is about to come back. Our BIVENS, he came already. So now YAHAWASHI is about to come. So with that, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.
These people are going to be the head now, and thou shalt be the tail. You're going to be the tail. And you can look around and see the so-called Negroes, Puerto Ricans, and the Cubans and whatnot are the tail, all right?
Well, about a year after I saw Nasi Yaakov, Chief Counsel Daniel said, it's over, Israel Atik, you know, you guys should have learned enough already. I'm done. I'm getting ready to go on the road and preach. You see, he was serious. He would travel across the country, wherever, and just put up a flag and start talking. He said that's how powerful he was. But before that happened, he took me up to Harlem, and we met with Abba Bivens.
Okay, so you had an encounter with Abba Bivens.
Oh yeah. Abba Bivens and Nasi Barak.
Oh, Nasi Barak was up there at that time.
Nasi Barak, he was going back and forth between Israel Atik and Tanakh school. And then when Abba Bivens get up with that impressive voice and that stately manner and that white beard.
And he also used to wear a turban.
And he wore a white turban, you know. And when he starts speaking, you know, our people were, and always were in those days, intent on bowing to the gray hair. You know, it was like, that's it, you know. They said, we're now going to hear from our elder and our teacher. And he'd stand up there and he'd start talking and say, and I can prove it with that book you got right there in your hand, you know. And anyway, that was a great experience. I went up there a couple times. And one time we were over there and they had the charts up. And they had the charts that said if you're Jamaican, you come from this tribe, and if you're from Barbados, it's that tribe, and boom, 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 boom. And read the book, said, hey, come on, Pop. What is, you know that ain't right. He said, of course, Danny, I know that's not right. He said, but that's the hook. That's how we get them into place, and we wire them up to what's true. Well, you know, years later, after he passed away, and his sons and all of them, they either died or moved away, the Tanakh school began to teach those things as truth. This is the truth, you know.
Then I learned Derek Abbott. Derek Abbott is the one that Abba used to teach us. It's called the way of our fathers, you know. So I learned that, but I really thought that.
Derek Abbott in Moshe Abraham, yeah, he used to teach that.
Yeah, Derek Abbott.
That's
the way, the Hebrew, but it's the way of our fathers, you know, like Derek Abbott. The way of our fathers.
Like Shalom, how they speak like that.
It was, you know, instead of saying Shalom, they say Shalama.
Shalom.
They say Barakatah, you know.
Barakatah.
And, you know, it was, you know, Abba told me that he was reading the Tanakh one time, you know, and some man appeared in his kitchen in a gray suit. I said, yeah, you sure? He said, yeah, and this man showed him how to read it. And that's why he called it Derek Abbott. But I didn't really know the Tanakh school.
It's really Tanakh school. That's what it was known back then. I think it's known by a different name, and these are the brothers that go out in the street today in New York City. Mm-hmm. Were they, at that time, were they, how was their indoctrination? Did they believe in
and a Messiah and a Savior like Jesus? Did they believe in
Well,
Jesus? Did they go into the New Testament?
Well, Pop Bivens, he taught the New Testament, but he taught it different. Well, he read it all, but he taught it different from the way the Christians do. He taught it real different. And you know, while I was living here, they told me I could get a New Testament in Hebrew at the Bible Society or whatever the name they call it.
Yeah.
And I got one. It's all in Hebrew, you know. And that's why I learned one prayer out of there. Because Pop Bivens always used to end his talk and his teachings with the Lord's Prayer, you know.